So in the next example, what we're going to do now is, in this next example, now what we're going to do is obviously do some multiplication. So to do multiplication in this example, basically, again, guys, you see that we have to factor. You have to be able to factor. You can see that now we have everything separated by addition or subtraction. So the only way we can divide terms out is if they're separated by multiplication and division. I'm sorry, if they're separated by multiplication. Yes? We can only divide across when they're separated by multiplication. None of these are separated by multiplication except for each expression. So I'm going to want to factor each one. So I have this trinomial here, and I'm going to do this kind of quickly because Cameron's texting so he can write it down quickly. So basically what we're doing is we're saying what two numbers multiply to give me negative 8, add to give me negative 7. X minus 8 times x plus 1. Yes, we want to be able to factor this that quickly. We look over here. Well, this isn't a trinomial, so how can we factor this? Well, we can look at common terms. And we see that these have a common term of 3x. So when I factor out of 3x, if I divide out of 3x, I'm just left with x minus 8 times. Here, I can't factor anything out, so that's going to remain 4x cubed. And then over here, this is x squared minus 1. Well, that's a difference of two squares. I can't factor out a GCF, but that is a difference of two squares, which relates to x minus 1 times x plus 1. OK? So what I want you guys to do by factoring, what we did, remember factoring rewrites an equation or rewrites an expression as a product. So now, if you guys notice, to notice that every single one of my terms, or these expressions, are separated by multiplication. And now, since they're separated by multiplication, I can divide across. OK? And each of those divide to equal to 1. Question, or you just want me to get out of the way? OK? The last thing I notice is I have x cubed divided by x. Again, these are separated by multiplication. So therefore, that's going to reduce down to squared. OK? So my final answer is going to be 4x squared all over x minus 1. OK? 3. Sorry, thank you. Where, again, including where x cannot equal, and we want to again go back up to here, x cannot equal 0, x cannot equal positive 8, and plus or minus 1. So we go back up to here and say, what is the values that are going to make our denominator 0? Those are going to be all the values that x cannot equal. So those are going to be your constraints.
So for the restraints, you want to look at the denominator?
Huh?
For the restraints, you want to look at the denominator?
Yes.